Go. All right. So theoretically, DJ Real One is not going to actually be hanging out, though he did stop in to say hi. Igor, welcome. Brown Chicken, welcome. Wes Does It, welcome. I may have started a little bit early, but I felt like it. Wanted to make sure everything's. Whoa, that's not muted. Mute. Okay. That sounds all right. I was going to ask about the microphone. Let me know if there's any interference because I actually have it in my pocket of the new uniform right there. So, scratchies or anything like that, let me know. And if so, I'll put it back on the hat. But frankly, it's already hot as Hades. We're getting there. Where's my phone? I've lost my phone already. Sound good. Excellent. Just what I wanted to hear. Almost high noon, kids. I figured I'd get ahead of the curve. The curve? The curve. Yeah, the curve, not the curb. You want to stay ahead of the curb, too. Otherwise, you mess up your wheels. What am I trying to do? Why do I have my phone in my hand? Not muted. We can hear you very well. Excellent. I think I turned the volume up a little bit, too, from last time. I could probably even turn it up a little bit more if you want me to. I think we'll leave a little bit of room there. Why do I have my phone in my hand? Oh, yeah, to see what the temperature was. Oh, nice. Real feel temperature is 99 degrees. Yeah, awesome. 84 degrees with a real feel of 99, and the high isn't until 3 p.m., and that's going to be 89 degrees. So we'll see what that feels like. Anyway, I take all that with a grain of salt, but it's hot. Ain't no doubt about it. Shaggy Mane, welcome in, my friend. I think everything seems to be doing all right. I'm going to shut this window down because studio is distracting. And DJ Real One reminded me the other day to just shut studio down once you get it going. And then you will see with a YouTube window open, I can see what's actually going on versus studio telling me that I'm dropping frames when I'm not actually doing it, which is what's been happening. Carrie, sick bastard, welcome in, gang. How's everybody doing? Sick, I'm sure you're hot as well. It is hot. Yeah, it's 87 degrees with 57% humidity, theoretically, according to my handy dandy little weather dude. Handy weather dude says hi. Somebody gave me that years ago as a Christmas present. And it's same batteries. Well, I might have put batteries in it, but it just trucks along. Trucking. It may be worth opening the window, the huge window. But not really. I just walked out front. There is a slight breeze, but the breeze is just a hot, humid breeze. It's the humidity is the main thing. So it is actually probably a little bit cooler in here, and I do have a fan on, keeping some air moving. But you know, May. Yeah, it's gonna be a hot one this year, kids. Good to see everybody. Hope I see people dealing with weather stuff. I apologize. I do not really pay attention to that kind of stuff other than my immediate area. But hopefully everybody's okay. Just started the bus. Crank up them ACs, man. Get it cold. Speaking of cold, one of the reasons I use this giant water jug is because I can put ice in it and it stays nice and cold. Oh, you can probably hear my gulping. I'm not going to worry about it. So there. All right, let's head into second camera mode, which I have not yet set up. So hopefully we don't crash while we set it up. Crash and burn with Tina. What? All right, this cable needs to be preferably as out of the way as possible. There you go, perfect. So I hope everybody had a good weekend so far. I didn't necessarily want to turn that on yet. I think it's still okay to do it this way. Yep, it is. Good. Boink. You are now a webcam. Plateau. Ha 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 ha. I deem you as such. Adventures of Key Fob. Kept popping in and out. Couldn't hear you. Then I turned the phone up. I is smartest. Yay! I had a nice morning bike ride today. Met some outlaws, 1%ers today, who let me ride with them in formation at the very back of the column, since I'm not a member of the club. There you go, Igor. Sorry. Key mushroom, which represents key fob in icon form. I need to get rid of a few things, or not get rid of, but get off the table, a few things that are not associated with our solar power setup, which is what we're going to be playing with today. And by playing with, I merely mean we're going to kind of go through the components, and I may still set up another camera to record, or I may just go back through it. Who knows? Who knows? Adventures of Schmoke. Anyhow, either way, I want to go through our components and make sure that we have everything we need and start thinking about a basic idea of the layout. These are the rails for the roof rack on the Schprinter van. They are theoretically comparable to factory rails, and in theory there are holes existing on the roof for a factory rail setup that are just plugged. So we just have to pop out the caps and mount these, and it comes with everything, all the stuff. It was a little bit more money than doing it myself with the C channel, whatever it is that I've got, Unistrut, but this has all the hardware and everything, and by the time you buy hardware, it starts getting expensive. Anyhow, I know what I mean by all that. Fan is nice. Oh, speaking of fans, sick, yeah, you're in here. I wanted to show you. We almost died again. I wanted to show you those fans that I was talking about. I had mentioned to Sick, we were talking the other day, and I mentioned these little USB fans that are actually really powerful. Gaia Top. And I want to say they were 2 for $7 or 2 for $12 or something, 3-speed. Let me find a battery pack real quick. I've got one right here. And I am going to read the chat in a second. Hopefully nothing's on fire. Oh, you got to turn this one on manually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it dead? It must be dead. I could have sworn I just charged it. That's sad. Is it nap time yet? No, not for me. Where are you wearing your wire for? Where are you wearing? I would enjoy some spirit journeys. Ah. I found one of those at the dump. It works perfect. I sit on top of the gas tanks to help dry them out when there's just that little dribble. UF Shands gave me a small fan. I use it at the computer. I don't understand. Maybe I'm long press. We're going for a long press. No long press. 1, 2, 3. 3 presses didn't do anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 presses didn't do anything. I think it's garbage. Cool. I bet I could plug it into my phone. Nope, because it's the wrong kind of USB. I bet I could plug it into my computer. Jeez, guys, this is great. This is good content, huh? He said sarcastically. I have no idea why I'm showing you what a fan does. But anyway, this is a fan, kids. When you press the button on the back, it turns on. When you press it again, it goes on a little bit faster. And when you press it again, it goes even faster. It's a 3-speed fan that's USB powered, and it moves air. Thanks for shopping. I have no idea, guys. That is kind of nice, though. Maybe we'll just leave that on low. Ta-da! So that was that little presentation. I think it needs to be in high. Speaking of high, just kidding. I know y'all are 10 minutes behind me, so I'm just kind of watching the chat. Anyhow, that's kind of nice. I don't know how it's doing for sound though, so I'm going to turn it back off. Boink. What we're going to get into today is playing with our solar setup. I have not yet set up that other camera in the system, so let's do that. Which would entail adding a scene, and within that scene adding a layer, which would be a video device, and that video device would be the Go 3S. Platow! And there we go. Amazon needs to hire you to do advertising, Schmoke. Most of the money, the majority of what little money I have made on YouTube is from Amazon affiliate links, and I will drop an Amazon affiliate link to those fans. I could really actually do that. That's what's funny. Anyhow, but I do not want to be that channel. What I want to do is, work on projects in the shop. What the Amazon affiliate links allow you to do is share a link to the products that you're talking about. And if somebody buys one of those products, I actually would get a slight percentage of that sale. It does not affect the cost at all for the consumer. It's merely them paying me for hooking them up with the customer. So they were, I don't know what happened to the two. I thought I had a 2-pack, but either way, they were $7.99 a piece. And we're going to get that link. Going to get that link, buddy. Boop. And then go into here and drop it. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Pew. It didn't work. Pew. Pew again. No pew. No pew. There's no pew. Why is there no pew? Pew. No pew. Oh, it's a 2-step process if you do it that button. Well, why would you put the button that way instead of just letting me do it the regular way? Anyhow, sorry kids, we're back with a peon. Haha, there it is. Okay. Boy, I bet that was fun to watch. More amazing content with Schmoke Shop. Shop. Bum, 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 bum. The Schmoke Shop Shuffle. I'm like, why is that song so familiar? Because I wrote it. The Schmoke Shop Shuffle. Shuffling stuff around. I don't remember, man. Let us know if you're down with the Schmoke Shop Shuffle. Bow out down. Y'all remember that one? That was one of my hits. Yeah. Just a quick reminder. We're looking at the wrong camera. Watch the monitor, man. Oh. Cool. Anyhow. I believe what we want to do is kind of set that up as a presentation station. And utilizing camera modulation, we'll be able to bring the viewer great elation. If y'all felt something of a tingling sensation, sorry. Oh, that's fun. So DJ Real One isn't here, but I just sent him a link earlier. One of the last things I did before I came out here was watch the most recent Harry Mack freestyle drop. And it was, as always, pretty darn good. Just trying to get some of this crap out of the way, even if it's only temporarily. This has nothing to do with that. There's a whole bunch more crap I could get out of the way. Getting crap out of the way by shuffling things around. Schmoke's knocking crazy. It's all in your imagination, man. Bow out down. Tingle, yes, a tingle. The jingle involved a tingle, not a tinkle. If you're tinkling, you have imbibed too much, I believe is the word, or something. Spoiler, for those of you who didn't, that's not that you didn't. For those of you who are here for the live, quick spoiler, the video that did not come out was about the motor scooters. I was able to get thing 1 running and ride, and got thing 2 to run though it is not still running correctly. There is a carburetor issue with thing 2. I don't know why the hell I'm yelling, so I'm going to stop yelling. I'm going to breathe in, and I'm going to remember that I have a microphone right here. Thing 2 has, the more I got into the carburetor, although I have not pulled it, Thing 2 seems to have a Frankenstein carburetor, which is basically a carburetor that's been put together with parts from other carburetors that are not really compatible. But people do it because this is only a 2-year motor scooter, and so the carburetors don't exist. The carburetors from these motor scooters are worth a couple $100 each, which I will be putting in the ads when people start trying to lowball me. I mean, you could part these things out for good money. Ask me how I know. I had to pay for a good money to get parts. Anyhow, point being, the carburetor on Thing 2 is not correct. And I think that has a lot to do with why I'm not able to get it running right. So what I'm going to do is add to the bucket of original parts and order one at least of the Amazon replacement carburetors and see if that solves all the issues. I have a feeling it will. And at that point, I'm fine with that, because then I'll have both motor scooters running, and I don't mind having a bucket full of parts and saying, if you're going to restore these, here's the original parts. Love all the motorcycle-related content. Right on, Igor. Missed my scooter, says Keyfob. Man, these scooters are fun as heck. I bought them, you know. The fantasy was, of course, that I was going to have another relationship, and me and my girl were going to ride around on our scooters at the music festival. That never happened. I rode the shit out of one of them. But I don't know why you're stuck, Pixie. Let's give you the L. All right, you got the L. Now you're ready to move again. So yeah, I haven't really had a relationship since I bought them. So there is no girlfriend to ride Thing 2, so I never made any effort to get it going and get it running right. But it has fire. There is film. I was not filming, of course, when I got it running this time, but there is previous video in the past of it running. But I've never taken the time to really focus on it and dial it in. Either way, like I said, they're going to be for sale, and you know, they have value as vintage Honda motor scooters, 2-stroke motor scooters anyway, but as the 2-year model that they are, matching pair with consecutive serial numbers, they have value. The other thing is the Yamaha. Are you following me? You are. You can't really see it. I'll get the other camera on it. But the Yamaha DS7 here, I always forget what year it is. 72? That's a 2-stroke street bike. That's the predecessor to the RD 350, RD 450, and all that. That's going to be for sale also. It runs, well, it ran months ago. It'll run. You know, that's about to be for sale also. The Bug, more than likely also going to be for sale. I'm not jumping on selling the Bug because it has value as a long-term investment. I just have to be careful to not lose my ass on it. What do we got here? All right, lots of activity. Yay! It had a handy basket on the front for all my stuffs. Chicks are still out there looking for the right motor scooter to scoot with. Oh, I know, Wes. Scooters are big in Florida, it seems. I just don't, I mean, I could get a couple Chinese scooters and be perfectly content and get my value out of those. All of this stuff is investments, most of it, not all of it. She was riding everything but the scooter. No, I didn't. I got these after my last solid relationship, and I haven't even been worried about it. I've been building a house, dealing with mom passing, dad almost passing, all that crap. You know, not closed to the idea. I'm just not out there actively seeking by any way, shape, or form. Wait, is Thing 2 the other scooter, or is Thing 2 the Little Schmoke? No, Little Schmoke is Little Schmoke. Thing 1 and Thing 2. Thing 1 is the scooter closest to us, and Thing 2 is the one closer to the van. Thing 1 I have ridden many, many hours on at many music festivals until we got into the golf cart crew. I crashed a Vespa years ago when I was young in high school, but owned it for years before I crashed it. It was a blast. Yeah, especially the two-stroke ones, they're so fun. And my first experience wrecking a motorcycle was, going over the handlebars of a Honda Elite 250. Because if you just squeeze the front brakes really hard, it flips over. Imagine that. Oh, I just felt the pain again. It hurt. It wasn't deadly or anything, but yeah, it hurt. Thing 2 is the second scooter. Good afternoon, Quick Shoe. Good to see you. Big Dan, welcome in. Listening in, spreading manure on the ground to be plowed soon. Speaking of plowing, hope you're in an air-conditioned cab, Big Dan, or it's still probably Arctic up there. Oh, that music festival is this weekend, isn't it? I have to start driving now. I think that's a myth. I think he refers to Little Schmoke as Thing 2. No, Little Schmoke is Little Schmoke. Vespa got me started with motorcycles. My first real bike was a Sportster. Yeah, motor scooters was my way in as well. And then I started doing what I still do to this day, which is keeping an eye out in people's backyards and on the side of their garage for that broken down motorcycle and walking up and saying, hey, are you going to do anything with that? Are you interested in selling it? I started doing that when I was 13 years old and forging notes from my mom. Oh yeah, they know what I'm doing. Walking a motorcycle, what was it? A 60 something Honda. I don't think it was a Dream. I think it was the one that had the pads on the side of the gas tank. I remember that. Oh, that thing was so huge, way too big for me. Anyway, I digress. Vespa got me started. Investments, exactly. Gotta mess with you. Yeah, that's what we're here for. Daughter wanted a Vespa. We got her a Camry. Well, that's the Camry will get her to work. She can make some money and get herself a Vespa. Speaking of investments, you get an OG real metal Vespa. They're worth some money. I don't think the second gen ones are. Uncover pool and a few more chores around here. Cut firewood, split firewood, stack firewood, of course. Quick Shoe is finally done keeping the fire burning to stay warm and is now hoarding firewood for next year so that he can take a road trip. So he's getting ahead of the firewood. Met a lady yesterday who flipped her four-wheeler forwards, compressed her neck bad. Yep, that's always fun. I got tickets for a whole weekend and camping. Will be 60 to 70 degrees. Dude, Dan, if you think that I haven't kept an eye on that and it's coming on, I'm part of the Facebook group and everything. I was kind of half fantasizing about the idea of getting the van ready and having enough gas money and doing it, but it ain't gonna happen. But maybe next year. What's going on, BB? Welcome in. Cool van in the back. You could turn it into a surveillance van. That's the Schprinter. That's the Schmoke shuttle. It's going to be my stealth camper van. And actually what I'm playing with here on the table behind me. Hey, come on, Pixie. Stick. Come on. Come on. Show the table. All right, I'll cheat. Psh, the table right there. It doesn't like it when I do that. That's the solar power system for the stealth camper van. I know where a few are. I have the locations pinned in my GPS. A few which? I'm lost. I'm too far behind, Keyfob. Give me a heads up. A few what? I don't know. Nice. Surveillance vehicle. So luckily nobody's purchased any merch yet. Why did they put a sticker right on it? I hope that sticker comes off. That's stupid of them. You can't even really see. I know, Pixie, you're trying to find my face. Here, let's do L, okay? Want to do L? Yeah, let's do some acid, man. No, that's not what I meant. I don't want you there. I want you up. That's fine. You just stay there, buddy. So, what does that have my name right on it? No. Okay. I don't even think you can tell in the camera, but this is actually an oval. And I had somebody tell me that before, but I never saw it until I put it on this coaster. And this coaster is actually really sweet, like the details and everything. It really looks killer, except for the fact that it's an oval. So I have to go back and fix my logo. I have already fixed it, but I need to fix all of the merch and make sure that the correct round logo is on here. So now's your chance to order some error logos. But anyway, this sticker seems to be on the coaster. I hope it peels off safely. This is probably going to be a future giveaway item. I just ordered it so I could see the quality and confirm that the graphics weren't ovals. The further back, I think you can see it. Excuse me. Getting ready for a shower, soaking the hot tub, then watch the NASCAR race at Dover. I've been there 18 times. Awesome track. Broken down bikes outside home. Oh, don't think I didn't eye your Goldwing. Nope, that caught my eye immediately. So anyhow, back to the show. That coffee was kind of tasty, even though it's not hot. Who all's here? We got anybody? I mean, I know we have people. Am I on the right thing to check? Yeah, I could go over here, click that, and say participants. That's who I thought was here. Cool. And then if I scroll down, it says 12 watching. So, that would be a perfect time for me to say, if you're lurking, please subscribe. No hate or anything like that, but subscribing is free. It costs you absolutely nothing. And not only will it allow you to participate in the chat, but it'll help my channel grow. I need 1,000 subscribers in order to fully monetize. Once I break that barrier of 1,000 subscribers and I fully monetize, I will never ask for subscribers again, because I do not feel that it means anything anymore past that point. And I did not used to feel that way. But the closer I get to it and the more I look at the big picture, 75% of my viewers are not subscribed. And if I could get 30% of those 75% to subscribe, it would help my channel grow. That's all. No more rambling about subscribing. Don't forget, kids, like, share, and subscribe, like DJ Real One says. Indian brand bike, not made in India. Chief India. The original Indians weren't made in India. Welcome in, Road Reality. Road Reality just made a huge announcement on his channel. You should check that out. The only Indian bike guy, like the only one is the FTR. Looks ovalish. Oval is no good. No, it's supposed to be round. What do you think of Indian bikes? I didn't see that part. So I want a Himalayan. That is my currently kind of my what would I say? It's not a dream bike or a goal necessarily, but if a Himalayan were to cross my anyway. Cheers, kids. If a Himalayan was to cross my radar, I would probably buy it if I had the money. Carney's bike that's always being worked on is an Indian, right? I'm a Himalayan down to take a nap. Yeah, I do that sometimes. It has happened. I will say that for sure. Let's do some link shares. I'm going to personally boink. That's not what I wanted to do at all. Where did it go? There it is. I want to drop that link. Boom. Key fob, sick. If y'all want to drop your links, you're more than welcome to. I'm going to also grab Road Reality's link and drop it as well. Although I am not that guy that is going to always share everyone's links and promote everyone's channels, to a certain degree I am, because our community grows with our helping each other. But I hope to not be expected to, and I do not expect anyone else to. However, if my mods are in here, I said that's the two that I'm going to drop because they are not mods themselves, and I wanted to make sure they got dropped. Somebody can drop. I'm just scrolling up. Oh, well, Rob's neighbor for sure. Makes you laugh. Power tripped at 85%. Oh, that's terrible. That's got to be very frustrating. I had one of the issues I had with the last week's video and why there wasn't one posted was because I once again had no sound from one of my cameras. And it was my own fault. It's because when I use these wireless mics, sometimes I go inside and forget to make sure that the camera reconnects. There's Rob's neighbor. Big Dan. Let's go, Big Dan. So, all right, guys, I'll take care of it. Big Dan. Copy. I need to just make a notepad. Paste. Down. All right, sick key fob. Like I said, y'all can share your own. If anybody else needs their channel shared and I did not share it, say something in the chat, and one of the mods will do it for you. Now then, for the third time, and not final, of course, let's play. Let's play with the camera. Let's play with the solar stuff. I think I need to put this camera on the other side. And I think my instincts were telling me that from the beginning, but yet I did not do it. And so now I find myself relocating the camera to the other side very carefully whilst other activities occur, including Tina Cam, Tina Cam, Tina Cam, Tina Cam. Don't forget to subscribe, kids. Ah! There we go. Thank you for focusing, Pixie. Neither Tina nor Schmoke are crazy. Just a reminder. All right, camera, come on. It's one of those, the scout drone from Star Wars. Y'all remember. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, I highly recommend Star Wars. What? I don't know. I need a wide angle for that, don't I? Making egg salad, sorry, not sorry. No, it is very important that Sick Bastard eats. I, for one, support Sick Bastard eating food. Sorry, that was probably loud. Maybe not. May not have been as loud as I thought it was. How about that? How about now? We like that? It sort of works. Oh, I'm sorry, Sick. I will get the video started moving again. Pew pew. Pew pew. Oh no, the drone started shooting. Why does that camera look terrible? That should be the best camera I have. Did I touch the lens or something? What in the hell is going on here, kids? Can somebody please tell me what the f is going on? So it's a big file. Mine are always 5 to 10. It's hard to go from Harleys back to Indians. I'm so in love with my troubles-free V-Rod and will never sell it. Making egg salad. I'm sorry, Sick. I will get back. Pew pew. All right. I'm caught up still, or again, or whatever. I want to know why that camera lens seems like it's dirty when it shouldn't be at all. As a matter of fact, I cleaned it before I came downstairs, now that I think about it. Maybe it's my imagination. 'Cause it was just my imagination running away with me. Excuse me. When a camera's image looks bad, it's always down to lighting. What were we supposed to be doing? I don't know. Oh, we can do more lighting, but it's overhead lighting. Oh, we can do all kinds of lighting. You want lights? I'll give you lights. Lighting is everywhere. Oh wait, it's on the, I gotta put it on the same side, huh? We'll just switch that then. Will it reach? Yeah, it'll reach. Come on. We're gonna tangle something and trip over it and break the frickin' camera. Not trying to manifest that at all. Beep, 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 beep. How about now? Too much light. I want to put a dimmer on my do-it-yourself studio light, and I never did it. It's another one of those projects. You know, those projects, the ones you never quite get around to. Try and put this in don't trip over it and break it mode. That's too much light, huh? This is fun. Or a dirty dive case. Let me look on that one where it's a much better. Yeah, I mean, that's getting there, though it's a terrible camera angle. It really needs to be. Yeah, if we were filming instead of doing a live, I would actually set this up this way, or better even. However, what I'm doing at this point is just playing. I'm just playing. Just playing at this point, really. I'm just kind of playing. But because I'm definitely not OCD, and it's surely not going to drive me crazy if I don't finish what I was trying to do. Just going to do a couple quick shifts. Oh, that wire. Oh, yeah. I just gotta get that out of the way. I'm so scared. What's happening, kids? Oh, that didn't work. It sees it. You can't see it. If you see it, then it won't work right. You gotta come back here then. That's better probably. And it doesn't need to be a white table. If it wasn't a white table, oh yeah, it's so terrible. But I gotta keep doing it because somebody made me start doing it, so I have to finish it. Sorry. Not sorry. We're gonna try something more like that a little bit. And so that's something else we need, is little wedges to adjust. Yeah, that would be interesting. Okay. The evolution continues. Ooh, plus you can see how bald I am. Neat. I don't think any of that accomplished really what I was trying to do, which was basically my point of view cam. But anyhow, let's move all the crap that I moved to this end of the table because the camera was at the other end of the table. Except for me. Oh, is that a Tina seat? Excuse me. That's not my voice, by the way. That's Tina's voice. Just in case y'all didn't realize that. Oh, neat. It's a Tina seat. Oh, dude, it's perfect. She has her own seat now. Perfect. This is just a reminder that Schmoke is not crazy. Thank you. Man, that light is bright. No wonder I never turned that thing on. Friday night we talk food on DJ Real One channel. Now talking food here, making me hungry. Were we? Dreaming of a fat sack of... There you go. Tina is not food. Tina is not food. Tina is not food. Oh. Trying to make her eyes glitter. Glint, glitter, glink, blink, glink, glaze, glide. I don't know. I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for. We're going to have to update the price list soon. We were at $727 before the inverter. So it looks like that inverter is going to put us at right at 1,000, huh? Yep, like right at 1,000. That's pretty neat. How did that? No. $900. 910. Whew. But that doesn't count all this other stuff that I'm about to show you. Eventually, once we get around to it. And also, yeah, that's not just the solar, by the way. For anybody who is actually paying attention to what I just said and cares, that's not just the solar. That's the stereo, that's the subwoofer, the new speakers, the mattress, the service manual, RCA cables, EQ, you know, the roof rails, all that. So most of that is not solar stuff. What I am going to do eventually is a breakdown of the price of the system, the solar system itself. Tina, let's get you out of here. This fucking light is just going to piss me off, so we're going to turn it off and get it out of my way. There's a quick dose of reality. Tina, we're going to move you over here. Let's go. Tina shuttle. Let's set this back up. I think where we really actually want this is going to be like here. Here in reality. Yeah, like totally. Like totes. That's what we wanted the whole time. Whole time. The whole time, guys. Something like that, right? Right. What's going on here? Perfect crusty laugh. Tina makes great steaks. I love deer meat steaks. Tina's in danger around me. You know, I'm going to leave that alone, Igor. Someone once tried to eat Tina, and it didn't go well. There was surgery involved. That person is no longer a part of the tribe. Just saying. Suitable for indoor and outdoor. What the hell? Oh, the mattress. How to store, how to wash. Contact us. Here are some fuses that are not going to be used. They need to go into the return pile. Because there is a return pile. Yes, sir. And that is part of the return pile. That's the beauty of Amazon. Let's switch cameras for a while, guys, because we're not quite there yet. Hey, Pixie, what are you doing? What are you doing, bud? Come over here. Come on. No, come on. Come on, bud. Hey, Pixie, you gonna be all right, buddy? We're not friends no more? Is it because I manually adjusted you, isn't it? You didn't like that at all. Let's go over here, bud. Come on, buddy. A donkey? A donkey? Tina is not a donkey. Pixie, come on, bud. Let's just do that. Hey, hi. Hi. Remember me? Yeah, there you go. Good job. Now we're on the same page again, bud. Oh, sorry, Pixie. I didn't mean it. I still love you. I'm sorry, Pixie. Sorry. That's all just a joke, by the way. Choices were made. What is happening here? I want some land to fulfill my need for a donkey. Person is probably toothless now. Toothless is a dragon. A donkey? Your robot is a cat now. Meow. Yeah, right. Wes. Pixie has discovered free will. Number 5 is alive. No shot. That's 100% true. Which is what Pixie looks like, is number 5. Man, it is getting hot as Hades. And in reality, I know that it's not yet, but it sure feels like it. I should go stand outside in a sunbeam for a minute, and then I'll come back in here and appreciate how cool it is in here. Someday I'll be a big YouTuber with a budget to install an air conditioner in my shop. That'll be the day. All right, so now I got to shift everything back over to the other side again. It's the Schmoke Shop Shuffle, kids. I sang it earlier. I'm not going to sing it again. That classic earwig. Bow, bow, bow. This is an empty envelope. Had my name and address right on camera for quite some time. It's all good. I might want to make this private later or check that, but it'll be all right. I thought I had a plastic trash can. I mean, a trash can specifically for plastic. that is also coincidentally made out of plastic. I'll be in Hilton Head, South Carolina next week. Can't wait for humidity and hot weather. South Carolina shouldn't be that bad yet. I mean, it'll be more humid than New York. But I mean, I'm super over it. I'm not going to bitch and moan, but yeah, I'm super over Florida. But there are reasons that I'm here, and long-term viewers know them, and whatever. I will be here. I will be here. I will be here for you. What? I don't know. That was weird. Anybody seeing the little tiny clear Ziploc bag I had? Oh, man. I have a bin with bags, a bag bin. So we're gonna go into the bag bin. Oh dear, I guess all that stuff was on top of the bag bin and it's not anymore. Where's the Pixie? There you are. Here's a bin with bags. It's a bag bin. That's right, kids. Reduce, reuse, that's Pixie. Pixie. I get it. No disassemble butterfly. Come on, bud. Reduce, reuse, recycle is all I was trying to say. Oh, Pixie. Man. Tom, welcome in, my friend. Number 5 is alive. Pixie has discovered free will and is not necessarily cooperating fully. Now you're all caught up. Tom, I believe, is also interested in or has a camper van or more than one, if I remember. I don't remember, but like myself, I think he is a multi-van man. But what we're working on today, Tom, is kind of dialing in the components of the solar power system, the battery power system, the DC power system, DC and AC power system, the fucking power system, kids. Here's our little bag, and it's got our stuff that I wanted to consolidate in the bag. That's what bags are for. They're handy. Schmoke Shop patches for your Schmoke Shop work shirt. Once you figure out how to smoke shop sew, because I gotta do that. What up, Igor? I'm actually not building anything today. Going to the zoo. How's Igor? Patches? We don't need no stinking patches. Ice cold water. Great idea. Man, I should have done that like 20 minutes ago. Oh, that's so nice. Are y'all excited? I need you to tell me. Are you excited? I'm excited because there's Sophia. Yay! Yes, I only have a 98 VW transporter, looking into buying a bus and to live off-grid and travel. Excellent. That's basically, I'm not trying to live in it. I'm trying to basically, or I am in the process of building a mobile hotel room so that as long as I can afford fuel, I can travel. The cats are still going to be an issue, but we'll deal with that as the time comes. You know, whatever. I'm not going to get into that. So anyway, good to see you, Sophia. Glad to have you in here. I need to turn that fan up is what I need to do. Hopefully it doesn't screw up the sound at all. I have to get some air moving in here. We're ready for takeoff. I think since Sophia has joined us, it's time for a nice lavender aromatherapy session. Tina, want to say hi? Hi, Sophia. Boop. I had a nice bike ride today with some interesting characters. Solar system looking good. How big are the panels? All right, so I want to get my chair, which is why I moved the camera, and we'll start discussing that actual stuff, because that's some of the fun stuff. The numbers are the best part, he said exceedingly sarcastically. So for anyone who has looked into a solar power project, you better like math, because the entire process involves a lot of math to figure out the correct size wires, the correct size fuses, the amount of power that you need for what you are trying to accomplish, etc., because you don't want to start a fire in your van. Excuse me. Mean patina. Patina. Brilliant. All right, where are we at? 357. Were we already at 357? Well, we may as well go to 360 then. All right, we're going to 360, kids. We are preheating for lavender aromatherapy vaporization experience. Want to do a temperature check, gang? Let's do a temperature check on the old app. It is 1 o'clock in Jacksonville, Florida. The current temperature is, boink, refresh, 87 degrees Fahrenheit. Real feel is 101 degrees. Ha ha ha, that is Fahrenheit. You can do the calculations to figure it out. 101 degrees real feel. And we still have not reached the high for today yet. And luckily, it's May. August should be awesome. Yeah, it's going to be great. So, Tom, I have not forgotten about your question, and we are going to get into that. And what it's all based around is running an air conditioner. Speaking of hot, because, you know, a lot of places, a lot of climates are concerned about getting their vans for van life prepared for cold weather. I'm not planning on going anywhere where it's going to be below freezing for hours or days at a time, so I'm not really concerned about that. What I am concerned about is having it cool enough that I can sleep at night. So my primary barometer, should I say, for this power system is being able to run an air conditioner for 6 to 8 hours at night without any solar panels. Just looking into some solar for my VW camper, it's very mind-blowing. Yeah, it makes my head hurt. Cold as shit still in Wales. That's crazy. Looking forward to sweating 24 hours a day. Summer, here we go. Yeah, it's already, I'm already there. And I'm trying to, some of you have heard me say it before, I think. I did HVAC, which is air conditioning, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, for years. And everybody's like, oh, you had an awesome job. You worked in AC. No, if I was there, the air conditioning was either broken or it didn't exist yet. If it's blowing cold, I'm out of there. So no, I was usually in your attic or under your house in the worst time of the season. I spent many times trying to get a job done and dehydrating and getting that monkey claw because I'm so totally dehydrated, but trying to finish the job. So if I get overheated, my body really, at this point, does not like it at all. Lots of chat, lots of chat. I need to open this so I can see what's going on without fighting the... I can't fight that feeling anymore, whatever. All right. Cold as shit in Wales. Shaggy Mane. Looking forward to sweating. 63 degrees here. Get in the van and get out here. Yeah, I still got to deal with the cats and dad and all that. I wish. What my goal is right now is maybe that halfway point. Because worst case scenario, dad can do the cats a couple times, which gives me, you know, a week and a half. Right now I can do 3 days. And 3 days gives me day trips. I mean, I can do all kinds of stuff in Florida with 3 days. But anyway, back to the... I don't about cold weather. I need to create cold weather. Yeah, no, that's Florida life. And 6 coming from New Jersey going into Florida life. Although I think he's been in Florida for a while here. Still got a hoodie on. Welcome in, Jenny. Good to see you, Mama. Danny, Jenny, Genlightenment. Excuse me, that was a churly burp. I apologize because it was probably right into the microphone. Oh, that's terrible. I understand now, so you're the opposite. I did check out them air conditioning systems you're looking at. They are very nice. Oh, because I showed it in the last live, right. Single cat dad life. Yeah. Yep. And I didn't order the cats. That's what sucks. I mean, I love them. Y'all know I love the kitties. But I inherited them from my mom when she passed, basically, because dad can't really take care of them. And, you know, I had vowed to not get any more pets for a while. And it was actually my intention, if I did get another pet, to get a dog, because I've never had a dog that I like raised from a puppy or anything like that. And I'd like to do that. Plus, they're better for traveling. You know, a couple of people have been like, just put a cat litter box in the van and throw the cats in there. Yeah, no. 2 cats in a litter box in a van. Plus, these cats are indoor cats and have never traveled. They did all right when I moved them over here, which is a half-hour drive. But they were in a cage and all that, a container. Anyhow, Tom, let's go with some math. Are you excited? Nobody ever told me if they were excited. Some numbers, kids. We should switch to the other camera in 3, 2, 1. Camera 2. Just kidding, sort of. Can't really see that, though. Oh, I can make it where you can. Utilizing Meld Studio technology, in theory, we could... Oh, that's just moving it. We're not trying to move it. Whoa, I don't know what we've done there. It's not what I was trying to do. Okay. So, that's weird. It's really not what I was trying to do. I'm going to go 0. Yeah. Maybe it's that one. Oh, yeah. There we go. Now we're zooming. Look at us zooming in. Oh, so smooth. I am so smooth. Tina is smooth too. Boink. Anyhow, cool. I zoomed. Whoa, lots of chat, because I looked away. 3 free days sounds like lots of golfing, drinking, and resting and eating is what I would do. Did Schmoke say he needs a doggy? I can help. Free dogs. Can I pet that dog? I'm bad at math. Absolutely shite at math. I love math. Finance background. But excited for what? Excited for the analyzation of the numbers of the solar power system. Because I always want to say solar system, but we're not creating stars and planets. We're creating power. So, what we have here is a heavy, which is good as far as I'm concerned, 3,000 watt power inverter. There we go. This is a pure sine wave inverter. because that's what you want to not screw up your sensitive electronics. It's got nice heavy lugs, big fan. It's heavy. I forget how much. I think it's like 25 pounds or something. I looked it up in one of the chats. Basically, what this will do is allow me to run an air conditioner, whether it's a plug-in type AC air conditioner, or a 12-volt air conditioner, which is what I'm probably going to go with. This will also allow me to use, microwave, refrigerator, stuff like that. The battery we're putting behind it for starters is over there. You can see it. Is a 400. No, I lied. Tina, present. I need to train Tina to do this stuff. The battery is a blah, 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 blah. Fired. Anyway, kit. There we go. Haha, perfect. It's a 200 amp hour, 12 volt LiPo, the AK200. I got this battery super duper cheap, half the price that it should have been. And it was already a cheap Chinese battery, and I got it for half that price. So I paid $150 if I remember correctly, and this is a $300 battery, which is relatively on the low end of a 200 amp hour battery. If I buy a second one, I'll still be ahead and it'll still be a good deal, and then I'll have 400 amp hours, which 400 amp hours with the 12 volt air conditioner and this, well, I don't need the inverter for that, but 400 amp hours will allow me theoretically to run for 8 hours with the air conditioner. This is our Schmoke. Again, we're going budget. Everything that I'm buying here is the good review, but cheap price. I'm not buying just blindly the cheapest thing that I can find because that would be stupid. What I am doing is finding the cheapest thing that I can find that has some people that have used it and are saying that it's a solid piece of equipment. This being the one component that I did not find any reviews on. However, Schmoke has been charging batteries since batteries have existed. So I'm going to trust them as a company, and this is my DC to DC intelligent battery charger, 40 amp, which is also a MPPT solar controller. Any type of battery adjustable from there. I can also prioritize solar power charging from that, or charge off of the alternator from the van. Important component, because if you're not charging the batteries, then it's not going to work. Let me check the chat. I've my fingers, calculator, serious numbers. Understood all that. Everyone loves math when you count money. Even a bad math person excels when it comes to counting money. That is absolutely true, Igor. Just as bad with real money. So one thing that's funny that I mentioned in another live is, so the difference in the battery cable. This is the cable that comes with the voltage inverter, and it actually comes with two of them because they expect you to double it up, because this is the cable that's supposed to be connected to that 3,000 watt inverter. So even with both of these wires, I don't think it's as thick as this one wire, which is the minimum gauge. So the distance that I'm at, I'm only doing this short distance. This is more than enough. But anything more than like 5 feet, and you need to be at a 1 gauge higher than this. So these will be used for jumper cables when I add the second battery and stuff like that. Now then, in order to connect the van battery and the alternator and stuff so that it will charge, I have to get from the front of the van to the back of the van, which once again needs to be done with the correct size and type of wire, which is expensive. I think Sick is on with me on this. My biggest pet peeve: over packaging. Bad Amazon. This is all that's in here, is this one spool of wire. That could have been, you know, a much smaller box. Whatever. Ugh. That's another 20 pounds, which is probably why they put it in this box. Does it say a weight? I'm sure it does. It's a mail package, right? 7 pounds. So, what we've got here is the proper, let's make sure, 5 gauge? Okay. It's supposed to be 6 gauge. Oh no, the label just printed wrong. I see. 6 gauge, pure copper, dual conductor, marine grade wire. 20 feet of it, baby. That was another 65 or 70 bucks. Ridiculous. I don't think it was that much. I think I got it cheaper. Let's look real quick. No, I think I got it cheaper. I think I got it for like 40 bucks or something. Let's find out. We'll put it down. We'll put it on the list. She definitely said that. Over-packaging is disappointing. So if you ever need help counting your money, hit me up. I'm always willing to help counting someone else's money. I don't know none of what you just said. Eager, I'll call you on payday. Oh, I'm a budget assistant with at least one person in this chat. Here, where are we going here? We're gonna try and I put the phone down. That's ridiculous. Don't wanna. Let's go. Let's go, Amazon. Sorry, I shouted in the microphone. I'm not used to the microphone being there. My apologies. Delivered today. Right. Well, how much was it? Come on. $55. $54.99. Oh, the pen's there. Okay. So $55. Oh, this is such a good stretch. It almost even popped. $55 was the 20 feet of 6 gauge. That's fine. I'll know what that means. So yeah, 6 gauge, 2 conductor, 20 feet, right? That did say 20 feet. It doesn't seem like 20 feet, but it says 20 feet. So that's 10 feet of each conductor. Oh, that would piss me off so bad. Anyway, I'm gonna read the chat for a minute. That's unfortunate. Over packaging is disappointing. You guys are fun. All right, so there's some more wire. Lots of wire. And then, what do we got here? This is really cool. Sick, you'll like this. This is our color screen. It's called a shunt. Wired shunt column meter user manual. Yeah, one of those. Yeah. It's a system monitor. Whoop, whoop, whoop. It's so complicated. I don't know why. Maybe I should just look at the camera. Yeah, that helps. Anyhow, so that's neat. And it has lots of settings and stuff, and you can change things and do different stuff. It does stuff. It's got lots of stuff. More confusing numbers and stuff. It's great. Lots of buttons and confusion. You could really screw some stuff up if you did stuff wrong. So that's going to be exciting. And look, isn't that cool? It hooks up to that, and then it tells the stuff, the things, and it knows what's going on and stuff because it's real smart. And it doesn't even need AI. It's just smart. It's got tubes. Oh, it's so cool. I don't even understand it. Somebody told me I needed one of these, so I got it. What's next? Ah, that thing's going to be so cool. It's going to tell me the information. That's Six's favorite thing to do is monitor his numbers. The inverter does have a limited, a basic battery meter. And if it has an issue, it'll go beep and tell you there's an issue. And there's a power button too. Power on, power off. So that'll be in the system too. Oh, there's the fuse. Okay. So I haven't even opened this yet. This is exciting. Where's my knife? I found it. It's okay. Everything's okay. What are y'all doing? Schmoke's House of Fun. Dun, 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 dun. Every time we moved the cats, it was some unknown horror song from their meows. Yeah. Yep. They make some interesting noises. Like I said, mine did all right. My previous cat, she has been to music well, she's dead. But before she was dead, she went to music festivals. She traveled with me. Yeah, she had been all over the place. She didn't like it, but we lived in the camper regardless, so it was her home. But when it started moving, she did not like it at all. Community followers are all good people. No trolls, just a fun crowd. Yes, indeed. I do subscribers only, and, it's not a huge channel yet. Eventually we'll get some trolls, but I hope to have a good, solid community, like you're saying, of good people by the time that happens. Here's a bunch of words in tiny little symbols in lots of languages. And it flies. There's little pictures of trucks and stuff, and yeah, it's neat. So, yeah, that's amazing. They want you to break the negative side. Why would I break the negative side? On that one, they're breaking the positive side. I don't know what this means. I don't know. English, wiring example. Yeah, okay. Yeah, anyhow, so this is a 500 amp capable switch. It doesn't mean that I have to run 500 amps through it. But the system is based on 300 amps, and this is the closest thing I could get, or 350 amps, I'm sorry. Well, the fusing is at 350 amps. So this handle goes there, and oh yeah, very satisfying. Oh, oh, oh. Yay. Also, it has a plate so that you can lock it out. So like if I ever put it in the shop, I could turn the power off and lock it in the off position so nobody messed with anything and burned down the van. I should be getting the prices since we have the app open and going ahead and writing them down since we're right here. I will once again check on the chat in just a moment. Let's find out how much this was. Uh-oh. There it is. $23.99, so $24. That's a $24 on-off switch. How about that? And that was a cheap one. Lock out. Switch. Okay. Next item up for bid. No, not up for bid. You can't have it. I just got it. You can't have it. This stuff goes in there. I gotta make sure everything stays together. Like my mind. Connectors. Because I'm probably gonna have to at some point cut one of these wires and put a connector on the end. And the correct way to do it is to size the terminals correctly. And that is why I have two different sets. Checking the chat, checking the chat. There's a link to my fourth wall for my amazing merch, including an oval-shaped coaster. Oh, I forgot to say it earlier. So by the way, this, and I also have another hat that will probably end up being prizes eventually in some sort of a drawing or something. I don't know. I got to figure out the legality stuff on all that. But you know, because we need to get subscribers. Which I'm gonna say it again, kids. Actually, Tina's gonna say it.
You better subscribe if you're out there lurking.
Okay. Damn, Tina, that was kind of mean. She's pissed. She wants to be monetized.
Yeah, I need more Tina food. And a better chair. This one sucks. Oh, wait. Maybe it's a nap time chair.
Aw. She's taking a nap. This is just a quick reminder that Schmoke is not crazy. Tina is taking a nap in her chair. And now back to the show. Ha ha! What else do we got, kids? We have the primary fuse. Are we even anywhere near where we want to be? I could just open it. Let's just open it. I just need in. Let me in, please. Thank you. I need in. Thank you. So, that better say 350. It does. All right. So, oh, focus. Focus. Please focus. No focus. Oh, focus. It's not really focusing very well. Sorry, kids. Anyhow, that's a 350 amp fuse. That is our primary fuse. This will be mounted to the battery. This fuse will be there, and then our primary cable going to everything else in the inverter will go there. And that is to protect us from theoretically burning down the van. Also, the battery does have internal protection, in theory. But it is a Chinese battery. I'm not going to deny it. The reality is, though, that most of the batteries that are in most EVs are, strangely enough, let's say it together, Chinese batteries. Because guess who makes batteries for stuff like this? China. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. You just need to be mindful of which batteries you're buying and make sure they're not very poorly made and or dangerous. And, oh yeah, we have one more final component. Demon deer. She's not a demon. She's your friend. And she's resting right now. Don't piss her off. We will be here, Schmokes. Thanks for the link. Amazingly mind confusing. Yeah, and I'm not even getting into the real numbers part of it. You will if you start building this. If you start building it, you'll have to... Basically, you have to figure out your amps and your watts and your voltage and the amp hours and the watt hours and the wire gauge and the amp draw and the... Who else but China? Bambi is possessed. No, she is not. Who else but China? We would not be friends. Tina. Tina, tell Sophia that you're not possessed.
I am not possessed. Sonia.
She's amazing. Tina can fly. Just don't kick this leg. All right, so for my next trick, the end game, and then we'll switch back to the other camera. The end game is going to be 800 watts of solar panels with basically four 200-watt panels. That's sign language. It's not really, though. Everything China makes is dangerous. Did you see their version of Tesla? It's all Temu shit. They melt in the sun. No BS. That's absolutely BS. But anyway, the Chinese EVs are actually better than Teslas. I think I just told you about it the other day. But anyhow, the point being of the solar panel part is that I have not bought solar panels yet, and this deal came across my Amazon page because of, you know, what I'm doing right now. And I couldn't pass it up. So we're going to open it up, and what it is a solar kit. It's a folding solar panel deal, and it's got a charge controller, a case, and all the cables and everything. So even if I don't use it permanently, I'm trying to find it. Why is this not working? My orders. There it is. Even if I don't use this permanently, this is a good starting point and kind of a easy install. I don't have to do the roof rack or anything like that. And I don't know if it's still on sale, but right now it's $129 for 200 watts of solar in a folding panel, which is already by itself a pretty darn good deal. But like I said, it comes with a carrying case. It comes with the all of the adapters you would need to hook it up to any of the power, whatever they're called, like what you've got, Sick. The solar the solar generators, I think, or battery. I don't know what they're calling them. But they're basically a power box, a big power bank, and it's got the inverter and everything built in. And theoretically, this is packaged very well, by the way. I should be filming this for an unboxing. I should totally be filming this for an unboxing. Anyhow, we're going to have to go put all this stuff back and redo this. Or at least just show it to you. And then, so yeah, this comes with a charge controller and all of the cables you would need, including one with just tinned ends, which is what I was wondering about. This will allow me to hook it up into my system. Beautiful. So yeah, that's cheap. That's less than 50 cents a watt. I am going to put this back just because I do want to unbox it and film that unboxing, because that would be a good long form video. Temu version of Snow White, but not made in China. What? All right, I need to switch to this. And then get my lavender aromatherapy module. Did I heat that up earlier and not even hit it? Probably. Pixie, come with me. Where's the phone? Let's get the phone so we can see the chat. Oh, that was not a good move, but I don't think I did anything bad. All right. Man, that's fun, guys. We did a lot today. All right. Everything China makes is melting. Temu version of Snow White, but not made in China. You're way better than Snow White. Sophia, you're way cooler. They don't make anything like they used to. Tina, if you're not obsessed, then you must be cranky from lack of rest or hungry. My ex-wife used to believe the same, so I know a bit about this. There's pics of melting cars, I swear. Now, I'm not saying that they never made a car that melted, but overall, as far as the technology that they have, I mean, I guarantee you could buy the Timu Melty Car 2000 for $1,000 and have it delivered to your door. But that's not what I'm talking about. um, if you're going to compare something to a Tesla, then you have to compare their modern. Hang on, 360. We're going up to 365. Their modern version of the equivalent, which that was what, yeah, you and I were talking about that. So Rich Rebuilds recently just went to China and drove the Chinese EVs, the actual mass marketable real cars, not the toys. The toys are garbage. There's no question about that. I mean, internet guys buy them as a joke to destroy them on purpose. But their real luxury cars are freaking sweet. Self-driving in China, which is, you know, scooters and crap all over the place, people walking right out in front of you, and these cars are self-driving without any issues. It's actually pretty neat. Why won't that go away? Thank you. Okay, glasses, activate. I mean, there's plenty. That's the issue, is they're still working out the technology. Those damn Chinese e-bikes were, people have gotten killed from those. The crap ones. Hey, Chris, welcome in, bud. You are filming it for an unboxing, just over the shoulder stuff. The issue with that, key fob, is if I don't record it locally, then I have to download it from YouTube, which lowers the quality. Not only that, I could screen grab it from YouTube and get the good quality, but I'm not focused on my my spiel, because if I'm filming that, I need to be specifically focused on that, not talking to the chat at the same time. You know what I'm saying. What's in the fucking box? Love Rich. Yeah, he's fun. What's in the box? What's in the box? Almost all the buses in China are electric. Yeah, so they've got, I got to find that link. It's actually a really interesting episode. They have battery swapping stations. The technology is, the technology that's coming is, I think they had the charging down to 6 minutes for a full charge. Also, if your battery is out of, out of date, needs to be replaced, you pull into this place, and in less than a minute, if I remember correctly, it goes, detaches your battery, slides it out, slides in a new battery bank, and installs it, locks it into place, and you drive off. I visit China 2 times a year for business. China is not what we are being told on mainstream media. China is awesome, and people are very happy there. I own 3 brand dealerships in Eastern Europe. Chinese cars sell faster than European and American. High demand and very affordable. Yeah, and that's the thing, is they're not all marked up for the sake of capitalism or whatever. I'm not getting into all that, but like I said, I want to look that up real quick, see if I can find it. That last episode of the of old Richie. And Rich Rebuilds is not a hardcore EV guy, although he sort of is. But on the same token, he was the first person to put an LS into a Tesla. Or at least do it in a viable way. And I'm not even subscribed to him. That's funny. Okay, well, we could do it this way. I know I'm subscribed on my personal channel. Rich Rebuilds. Share, copy, go back to here, and paste it. All right, that is the link to the Rich Rebuilds video. I don't want you to watch it now, but if you want to open it in another tab so you can watch it later, that'd be fine. or copy it to your notepad or something. Then I'm going back to the chat. I own 3 blah, blah, blah adventures. No, they are not. Bit like Russia then too, Igor. The struggle is real over there. You either have money or no money at all. Well, yeah, I mean that's the divide everywhere. Vietnamese brand VinFast started swapping batteries on cars. DOT Foods is all electric. You should see the battery charging station there. The elderly still have to work as street sweepers with ragged brooms. I work on all electric forklifts now. Yeah, and again, that's the divide anywhere in any country between the divide. I'm not getting into the politics of it, but yes, there's always going to be a divide until we all become rational human beings, which isn't going to happen in our lifetime. But that's why I didn't have kids. Ha ha ha! That was a conscious effort. I mean, other than Tina, but Tina is infinite. Tina will be actually left to someone in my will. Tina is infinite. I'm going to keep on puffing on this because I kind of enjoyed that. Pixie, what are you doing up there, buddy? What are you looking at? The Schprinter?
Schprinter, yeah. I like Schprinter.
Hey, come here. Pixie doesn't like my glasses. Hey, remember me? Those? Is that what you're looking for? My eyes? No, you're just out of it now? You're back. Hi. Welcome back, Pixie. Welcome back, chat. What's happening here? Chinese. That's where I own my dealerships in Russia. And by the way, Russia is also not what mainstream media says. No dictatorship in Russia. Okay. Chinese middle class is the biggest in every economy around the world, and middle class is what the economy runs on. I understand you, or my eyes are open, hence hanging out with Schmokes, and you lot. I don't want her. Thanks, Schmokes. Anyhow, that's probably good on the political discussion of any level for my channel. Thanks. Regardless, there are products out there from all over the world, actually, that are amazing, including flying cars. Yes, Igor, that's true. Like I said, we're going to wrap up the political discussion. Please. You know, I'd personally love to save the world, and I spent a lot of my life getting stressed out about it, but I also realized that I can't. However, I can be the change that I want to see, which is why I save little plastic bags to pick up all the nuts and bolts off the table and put them in. Reduce, reuse, recycle, kids. The bed in my van is made from the cutoffs of the floor joists from building this house. Reduce, reuse, recycle, kids. Save the world. Anyway. Flying cars will never be a thing. They already are, Chris. I still don't want patina in your will. Oh. No, actually, Tina will go back to the family that she came from after I learned her origin story, because Tina has an origin story if you haven't heard it. I'm pretty sure you have. The long and short of it is, years after I had Tina, somebody saw Tina in a picture and asked a friend if that was what he thought it was, and it was confirmed. And basically, where I found Tina was where another friend used to live, and he had left Tina in the woods, and Tina came from his family and was a Christmas decoration in the early 70s. full circle, same circle of friends. Yeah. Too many power lines. Well, then there shouldn't be helicopters. I mean, with that logic, Chris, they're around, but the general public will not have them. I mean, there are, at least off the top of my head, 2 different models that I know of that are currently licensed and out there flying. The Jetson being one of them, and I believe that's actually the less popular one. But you know, I think what it'll be first and foremost will be emergency responder stuff, and then the rich elite jackasses will get them. For it to be mainstream, I agree there would be too many power lines and stuff like that. But if you take into account all the AI, self-driving, and all that stuff, once they dial in the program on all that, it's pretty much a pilotless system anyway. You're just saying, hey, good morning, I'm here. Make me a cup of coffee and fly me to work. Boop, just like the Jetsons. And it just jumps into the flow of traffic and goes. I mean, I don't see that as far-fetched at all. Trying out my camp coffee maker. I brought the chat here so I didn't have to squint. Coffee maker, stainless steel percolator, because you got to keep it percolated. I'll be having great coffee on the road. Heck yeah. Oh my goodness. It's starting to get, even sitting still, I'm just, that's, if y'all aren't familiar with humidity, I'm sitting perfectly still and I'm just basically coated in sweat because that's what happens with the humidity, except it doesn't really work because it's so humid. I know what I mean by that. It's just sticky, it's thick. I'm like swimming in my shop. Where it is currently 92 degrees. Ugh. What does the outside say? 101 real feel. I'm going to open up the garage because I think it's not going to matter at this point. And maybe there might be a breeze of some sort since it's only May. But that sun, I can already tell you. Oh yeah. But yeah. Yeah. So I just said a bunch of words that were not necessarily connected. However, my point is that might actually help at this point. Coffee and smokes with smokes. I could go for some coffee. I think my coffee is pretty much almost done. I am going to heat this up real quick in the old microwave. I'll be right back. 1:47, kids. Beep. Kitties, anybody want to say hi? Oh, you guys are sleeping. Shh, you're sleeping. They're sleeping. They said they hung up their do not disturb signs. They have little tiny kitty do not disturb signs. It basically just says meow, 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 meow. Just kidding. It says do not disturb. It just says it in cat. Meow, 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 meow. 30 mile per hour winds and 9 degrees Celsius here. 49 Fahrenheit with 30 miles per hour winds. Yeah, that's Burr. That's cold. It's not Arctic, but that's pretty chilly. That's where you climb into the van and shut the door. Hurry, Sophia, get in. Still got to come up with the pontoons to float it over to Wales. Although, if we made it fly, then it could be cool too. Tina, make it fly. We need to get in touch with the reindeers that Santa guy has, because his reindeers can fly. Nunez Racing, what's up? How you doing? How you doing? I'm doing all right. I just heated up some coffee in my microwave, which is not as good as a fresh cup, of course, but it'll do for now. We earlier have gone over the basic layout of the solar power system for my Schprinter van that you see in the background. And I was going to do it here on the live, but I'm not going to be able to focus. I need to go through and make sure I have all the connectors I need and all that. And then in the near future will be the install process, which will not be on a live, but will be a long form video. Welcome in, Mike. Insane Wheels. Good to see you, my friend. Wales, Florida wetlands. Yep. Microwave coffee. No, it's not microwave coffee. It was fresh brewed coffee that I have since microwaved to reheat. Yes. I think it's better than room temperature. Although I can get down with some room temperature coffee sometimes. Did I have a plan? I don't know if I had a plan or not. We could theoretically start up the motor scooter, but then I would smoke out the garage. And I don't think I can get it outside because Schprinter's in the way. I could probably squeeze it through there, but I don't really want to be outside in the sun kicking it. So you'll just have to be satisfied with the fact that thing 1 does start and run now. Thing 2 has fired off, but is not running correctly yet. But one of the next videos will be that process. And then another one will be the installation of this. And then another one will be
whatever comes up next after that.
Tina Cam. Just put some ice in the coffee. Tom's trying to act posh. Holy cow, dude. Lots of chat activity suddenly. Gonna catch up. I'm here in New York City, far north from you, and we got over 70 degrees weather here. Yeah, I used to spend my summers in upstate New York. And yeah, many 100-degree summers. But it's still not the same. I'm gonna turn this off. Now I can see the chat better. I'm good. Coffee is better than no coffee. Exactly. Always heating coffee in the microwave. Yeah, my aunt used to have, she just recently passed. She used to always have a cup of coffee, and basically it was the same cup of coffee from the morning, similar to that, but throughout the whole day she'd have it, and she would heat it up every time and then take a sip or not even take a sip and set it back down and then heat it up again. So I can't imagine how that cup tasted by the end of the evening. Excuse me. Warmed up in the poppity ping. Smokes is so wrong. You need a coffee machine in the garage. I mean, it's right there on the other side of the door. It's not far, Tom. What I need is some water before I start hiccuping, more than I'm already doing it. Chicago. Finally getting warm. Yeah, it's funny how different. I mean, obviously that's how nature works and everything, but it's still weird how even different places in the same country can be completely different climates, especially here in the United States. That's true. Australia, that's definitely true. But even just individual states, I mean, Shaggy Man, if he's still out here, he's out in California, and depending on his elevation, could change the entire climate out there. Excuse me. More? Hippie Sophia, I need to send you a kite, if anything. I was noticing that earlier in your live today. Your wind, nice steady wind. Good for kite flying. I go to London often, say in Brighton. Pulling the transmission out of the bug. Uh-oh. You're just going to service it, or was there an issue? Could have hung out with Big Dan. I intend to hang out with Big Dan in the future. But yes, that was before I met him, Key-Fob. Brighton is nice. That's not what she sounds like. But anyway, never been to London. I'm a country girl, a country bumpkin. I like country girl better. Enlightenment, that is why I used a closed coffee mug that insulates and keeps it warm for longer. Otherwise, I'm microwaving it too much. Yeah, this is my insulated, and it's got ice for the ice water. Excuse me. I like countryside in England. Very nice. Big fan of Chelsea Football Club. I know Roman Abramovich. Seriously, not joking. Ooh, a kite. That would be cool. I want a kite. I've been flying a $2 one all weekend. I need to paint the chassis. Oh yeah, Chris, you're at that point now that it's blown apart again, where it's may as well make it pretty. Got to go. I will catch you on the next one. Right on, Nunez. Definitely. Thanks for stopping in. Wales and Cornwall countryside are amazing. Yeah, if you catch Sophia's channel, she can more than welcome to drop her link. Anybody, y'all mods, drop links. Chris Ellis, please somebody drop Chris Ellis's link. I believe everyone else except for Sophia and Tom has been dropped. Jen is a mod but does not have a page, I do not believe. But yes, Sophia's page, she is living in a cabin on a farm, and she has got the most beautiful backdrop. She gets Aurora Borealis, she gets some great sunsets, and she gets tanks firing guns going boom, and flares, and all kinds of crazy shit. It's nuts over there, guys. Look, I found more wire. More wire, guys. I found more wire. We don't have enough wire of different gauges and sizes. I don't even know where this wire came from. I thought this was this wire. Holy cow, I have more wire than I even thought I had. So much wire. It's a wiring nightmare. Oh my gosh. I think those are all the wrong size or the wrong type, which is why I ordered more. Pretty sure that this is going to be copper-coated aluminum. Audio pipe highway. Primary wire, PW8, 1 foot, 8 gauge. So it's actually a little bit thin, and I'm pretty confident that that's going to be, yeah, you can see, because it's silver, it's kind of silver and copper. I doubt you're going to be able to see it, but maybe if he focuses good. Fixie, focus right. Focus on that. Hang on. First of all, sit still. Okay, come on, sit still. There you go. Right? You always do it accidentally, and you're not going to do it when I asked you to. You son of a bitch. There, it did it. Okay, so now, nope. Stop focusing on me, focus on that. It's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work, guys. It's just not gonna work. Okay, we're gonna turn that back on. We're gonna, yep, there you go, good boy. Then we're gonna go to this camera, and we're gonna try again, just for shits and giggles. Oh, up, up. I'm trying to see the screen. There. Focus. Focus, focus, focus. Maybe focus. Focus. Other way, that way. Focus. Oh man, it would have been so cool if I could have gotten a focus shot. But I'm starting to get frustrated, so I'm going to stop now. But anyway, you can see that it's copper and aluminum. It's silvery and gold. Give me silver, blue, and gold. The colors of the sky, I'm told. My rainbow is overdue. That's one of my favorite songs. Lots of stuff happened again. How do we send a kite to Sofia? You'd have to work that out with her. What appliances are you going to be running in your van? Very minimum, probably just the same camp stove that I used out of my tent or out of my truck, just a propane camp stove that goes on top of a propane tank. For stage one, I don't intend to put in microwave or anything like that. Like I said, basic camping gear setup. On down the road, as I get more money to play with and stuff like that, maybe build it out a little bit more. But I really don't intend to be living out of it, and I don't need it to be fancy. But yeah, basic comforts. I may put a small microwave in there, a single burner stove, just because I have the power. But really, I like the gas anyway. I prefer that. I want to do a 12-volt air conditioner because I did buy one. I don't know if y'all have seen it sitting over here. I did buy one that would plug in simply because that's the easiest thing. No setup. Just once that's set up, plug that into the inverter and bam, you've got air conditioning. But it's noisy, it's heavy, and it's not made to be put in a mobile environment. And I got a feeling that it's going to end up getting destroyed and not last very long. The 12-volt one is more money, but it's permanently mounted and it's made to be run off of a 12-volt system. It is more efficient, and it would be part of the van, basically. Dogs rule, people drool. Igor, thank you for hanging out. I'd say hi to your daughter, but she doesn't know me. Appreciate you being here. Oh, the other appliance there, Tom, is my USB powered 12-volt fans from Gaia Top. It's not as powerful as I thought it was. Oh, there we go. I just had it aimed wrong. There we go. It's a Beard Blower 2000. My intention is whoa, that was neat. The air conditioner that I'm speaking of will be actually installed on the back door of the camper, of the Schprinter van, the Schmoke shuttle. And on the front, up here, will be 2 of these fans to keep the air circulating throughout the van. And like I said, these are USB powered, so they don't use much power at all. I want to check something real quick. The sun went out. It didn't go out. That would be terrible. But it's behind a cloud. I don't know. I thought I heard somebody in the driveway. y'all see that lean coming around the corner? I was like, like an airplane, like an aeroplane. I like pleasure spiked with pain, and music is my aeroplane. It's my aeroplane. My dogs run the shop, or do the cats? I think the cats run the shop at this point, Chris. Yeah, it's the cats. At this point, it's totally the cats. The dogs are just like, dude, what have you done? But I mean, y'all are smiling, everybody's having fun. That's what's important. So many cats. So many kitties. This wire, man, we got to look up how much this wire costs. These two wires, these two 2-foot pieces of wire. We'll put that on the list too. That's a great figure. Y'all are gonna love this. There we go. So for two, a black one and a red one, 2/0 with 3/8 terminals, pure copper. Where the hell's the price? $36. This cost almost as much as all this. I know, if I pick that up turned like that, you all will hear me cry. Holy cow, that was almost a really big mistake. All this wire costs almost as much as 2 pieces of this. No, this costs more. Anyway, my head's about to explode. Too much math. The white stuff was $55. This is $36. Excuse me. Frickin' numbers, dude. I don't know. Marley is the queen. Well, I can get that free. Well, Chris, thanks a lot. Note to self, next solar power build, go visit Chris with a truck, a big, with the F-350 dually. Once I get that, I need to go get that this week too. I have to get out there this week. Programming Schmoke. Go out there, get the truck. At least get the title and the tag. Get the tag. I have the title. I got to get a tag and get it insured and put it on there, which is going to cost more money. Anyway, I need to sell. Sell. Anybody want to buy some motor scooters or a motorcycle or a Volkswagen Beetle? Maybe a golf cart, a crashed car, some antiques. I got lots of stuff. I got to sell. God, do I need to sell? Anyhow, the shipping would kill us. Yeah, no, I'd drive out there and be like, hey, bud, let's hang out. Whiskey mode, activate. Go out into the wilderness. Go out into the wilderness. Yes, I need to. I'm not sure where that came from other than you seeing into my soul. But yes, no, that's... I keep trying to get the van to the stage where I'm comfortable taking it out for its first excursion. And that keeps getting bumped further and further. Which is fine. It's all fine. Everything's fine. I need to just get on here and go for a ride. So did I tell you how I got the scooter running? But I'm not going to start it because it'll smoke out the shop. He said as he starts it. I'm not really going to do that. Hell, I don't even know where the keys are. I lost the keys. Brilliant. I found them. But I should leave them there because if I put them in my hand, then I'll probably start the scooter and then the garage will be smoked out and it'll be crazy up in here. What you selling? Everything. What do you want? Everything's for sale. Except for the Schprinter. You can't have this yet either because I still like this so far. I don't have paperwork for the Vulcan, but for the right price I'd sell that, but I don't want to. I want to keep that. The scooters are definitely for sale. The 1972 Yamaha DS7 is absolutely for sale. The Bug, again, I'm on the fence. I would sell it if somebody made me an offer I can't refuse. I would sell it without batting an eye. But I'm not trying to get rid of it. It's an investment. The reason I have it is because it's worth money. I'm not just trying to dump it off. All of these things are worth money. They're investments. Lisa wouldn't mind. She can smoke anyone under the table. Is that a challenge? I'm not driving cross country with. Anyway, Schmoke Shop is full of amazing treasures. I'm interested. Yeah. Well, speaking of shipping costs, Tom, as wonderful as the fantasy is, to ship 5 pounds overseas is $50. I can't imagine. We'd have to actually make a container and fill it full of all this crap and then ship it out to you. Hey, if you're filthy rich, you're more than welcome. I mean, frankly, if the Schprinter was set up and ready to be lived in and somebody made me an offer I couldn't refuse on the entire package, the whole thing, I'd be like, you know what? Let me grab my cats and a few personal items and I'm out of here. But again, the building is also an investment. The whole reason this was built the way it was built is because it's worth a lot more than I have into it. A lot more. Little one needs me. Gotta run. Big hugs. Big hugs, Jen. Go take care of the offsprings. There's only the offspring. Schmoke Shop is full of amazing treasures. I just want to say that one more time. Have a good day, Jen. Thank you for hanging out with us. I'm going to drink some more water. What time is it getting to be? 2:10. I think I'm going to do a fresh load in the lavender aromatherapy module, which would involve emptying this one. So I will be right back. And where was that at? Yeah. I'm just going to empty this and I'll be right back. Did y'all get that? I think I've said it like twice. Look, watch this. Bing. I fixed it. Ha. BRB, OMG, WTF. Kitties, are you still sleeping? Shh. Don't wake up because it's sleeping time for kitties, okay? Why are you looking at me like that? Did I wake you? I'm sorry. They're taking cat naps. That's what they do. That's why they're called cat naps, y'all. If you didn't know that. Y'all knew that, though, because you're smart. You're Schmoke shoppers. I really should have done that better, but I'm in a hurry, so it'll be all right. Guess who's back? Back again. Schmoke is back. Tell a friend. I hope I didn't. Yeah, it'll be all right. Schmoke is back. Schmoke is back. Da, da, da. Whoa. Hi. Just trying to do something a little bit discreet off camera. Oh, hey, preferably without spilling any of the glorious lavender, which is readily available, and you can, I don't know. I'm not going to be too silly about that. Anyway, I still don't want to spill it on the floor. That's all. Anybody seen Hedgie? Hey, grab the keys to the scooter while you're in there. Oh, I know where they are. They're out here. Nice try, though. Slick. I'm saving for a bus to be my future home. I'll swing by one day and pick up some goodies one day. I think I'm going to make an ongoing garage sale inside the bus over at Rob's. Just have a walk-through garage sale. I mean, if you can get away with it, my neighbor would call me out for that in a minute. Grab the keys. Carrie talking about buses. Any news? I can't watch your 300ZX videos. I would want it too much. There was one popped up on my marketplace feed here the other day, and I immediately thought of that, and it was like, oh, that would be fun, but no. I mean, I could theoretically as long as the Bluetooth doesn't screw up the microphone, I could back up the Schprinter shum, although I have to be mindful of we could do that. Ooh, it's nice to sit down. Oh. Perfect. It's amazing that there's no rear window in that van, and yet I still backed it up just up to the stool. And I don't mean the poop. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that. Sorry, Keyfob. I thought about walking it out there and starting it, but it's not. It's gonna be more of a fight than it's worth, and it'll give you something to see in the next video. As tempting as it is, because it's fun as hell to ride, but y'all would just see it go ring, and then I'd disappear for 10 minutes, and then I'd come back with a big smile on my face. And y'all would be like, gee, that must have been fun. He's smiling. But I could do that with the adventure bike too. Maybe I'll do that Sunday evening. That wouldn't be too bad of an idea. Oy, oy, oy. Remind me, kids, I gotta go get the truck. I gotta go get that truck. I gotta get rid of the camper. Oh, that reminds me. Bad news, gang. The camper's got rats or mice. So that's something else I gotta deal with ASAP. I went in there to check on it the other day, and there's a frickin' pile of turds right by the driver's door. So at least they were like, hey, we're here. You better take care of us or we're gonna take over. But I need to fix that, and I need to just get rid of it, get my personal stuff out of there and get that damn thing out of here. I don't even, at this point, you know, I don't even need its true value. I just want to get it out of here. I mean, I'm not going to get ripped off, but I was going to try and maximize as much as I could get out of it. But frankly, I think I'm going to put it at a figure on Marketplace, and if somebody's really genuinely interested in it, come get the damn thing out of here. Gotta go, Schmoke. Going to meet a skateboard. Going to meet a skateboard pioneer and van celebrity, Gail Webb. I will tell her Schmoke says hi. Tell her Schmoke is from Jacksonville, Florida, where Kona Skate Park is. And Schmoke was never a skateboarder and doesn't really give a shit about skateboarding. No, I used to get Trans World magazine whenever that came out. And what was the other one? Thrasher. Thrasher and Trans World. But I never got beyond street skating. Never got into ramps or anything. I was a BMX freestyler and I did ramps on BMX. Oh, no, damn rodents. Yep. I need to finish getting this transmission out because the dogs keep going under the chassis. Get her done, Chris. Downy dryer sheets. Yep. Literally, it was 2 days ago, I think, that I discovered it. So, yeah, I need to get out there ASAP and get them out of there. I used to have a corn snake that lived in there that would take care of them. So the snake must have moved on. Or a rat snake, whatever it was. And yes, I'm serious. I went into the kitchen one time and opened up the cabinet and he went, and I went, whoa, hello, beautiful, because it's a gorgeous snake. And I just kind of shut the door back in and pushed him back in. I mean, they're not non-venomous. And like I said, it was a beautiful snake. And it'll take care of that stuff. But yeah, downy dryer sheets, what's the peppermint? You know, there's a million, you know, I have traps because it's been an issue before. But it's been sitting dormant for way too long, and I need to get it out of here. The biggest issue that I have, to be frank, is the shitter's full, and I need to figure out how to deal with that. Hippie? Oh, Shaggy's saying bye. Shaggy, have a good day, Ming. Good to see you. Eventually, yes, I will make it over there, and/or we'll meet halfway or something. I still have Nolans dreams. I want to go to New Orleans and go to the Maple Leaf Bar. And if I go to New Orleans, then I may as well go to Houston and meet up with DJ Real One. But, you know, that's further than a 3-day trip. I could do it in 3 days, be like, hey, bye, gotta go, boom, turn around, drive back. But that would be stupid. I got to figure out something with the cats. But none of that matters because fuel is expensive as hell and I can't afford to go anywhere anyway right now. So there. Neener, neener, neener. I'm going to get out of my head now. Boop. Oh, it's 2:20. You know what that means. 420 somewhere. I'm not going to wait for that. That's going to take forever to reheat. It's the thought that counts. We just put that down. Weird. I keep hearing things. I think they're really happening. Crystal Kitten, welcome in, my friend. I actually am going to probably work towards wrapping this up. I'm not going to do it immediately. I would say by 2:30 we're going to shut this thing down, though. I do appreciate you coming in, Crystal. Not leaving because you got here, just starting to get hot and over it. Hot and bothered. I'm hot and bothered, guys. And girls. I'm hot and bothered, y'all. Probably hungry, aren't I? Getting there. Anyhow, yeah, I got to put all these components, figure out exactly how to put them all together. I mean, obviously I have the basic idea, but I mean literally which wires are going where, what connectors need to be on them, cut everything to the right lengths, get everything into the van, build the platforms and cabinets that I need to build, and get all this stuff installed for stage 1 of our power system. Then probably focus on getting rid of some of this stuff so I can build up some more money to start buying solar panels and stuff like that. Which goes back to the reason I bought the cheap portable one. That'll at least get me 200 watts of solar to charge it. Between that and the van alternator, I can keep the system charged. With the end game of having a roof rack with 800 watts of solar, at least. He is tired of being all hot. Yes, he is. But yeah, it's all going to come together. I just have to sit down and do it. The fun part, quote unquote fun part, of spending the money and buying the parts, the components, is done. But I don't have any more money to buy anything. So now I have to do something with all the parts. Which is all, the plan anyway. But it's going to be a fair amount of work to get everything wired. That's why I bought the two component, or the two conductors together is going to help make it a little bit easier to run. But I have to figure out exactly how to run the wires. I mean, I know how to run the wires as far as how to attach them and all, but depending on the route that I take could change how I physically do it. I can go up and over and back. I could also go out, underneath, and back in, because there are rubber grommets all on the floor. But the floor has a layer of flooring over it, preventing me from actually getting to any of those grommets. So that's the stuff that I got to figure all out. Do the layout, get everything mounted, hook up the fuses. Chris, have a great day. I hope you accomplish plenty of solar then. Yeah, like I said, 800 watts of solar, 400 amp hours of batteries, and a 3,000 watt inverter for a van that I'm not planning on living in. With 800 watts of solar, I should be able to run in direct sunlight my air conditioner without touching my batteries. So that's the plan. Because so far I do not have any insulation in there at all. So I need to be able to run the air conditioning if I'm hanging out in the van. Not that I would be, but if I am hanging out in the van during the day, I need to be running that air conditioner all day long. But anyhow, like I said, any lurkers that are still hanging out there, I do want to ask that you subscribe, because it doesn't cost you anything. And I am not yet fully monetized. I need 1,000 subscribers to get to that stage. Once I have achieved that, I will never ask for a subscriber again, because it doesn't affect anything. But that is a limitation that YouTube places. I need 1,000 subscribers to get fully monetized. So right now, yeah, I'm getting there slowly but surely, but I want to ask anybody that's lurking in here to go ahead and do that for me. Doesn't cost you a thing. Everybody else, including the lurkers, thanks as always for watching. I do genuinely appreciate each and every one of you, and I love the community that we have built. Yeah, Tom, I'm trying to plan it out so I don't regret it. I don't want to spend money, especially at this level, and regret it. But anyhow, I hope you all have a great day. Whatever you do the rest of the day, I'm going to go inside into the air conditioning because it's starting to get thick out here. Love y'all. Have a great day. I got to find the right buttons, so it is going to take me a couple seconds, but oh, it's going to take me more than a couple seconds. I wonder what happens if I just end it on meld. I could do that experiment. Oh, wow. Why is that not responding? That's not responding. There, it responded. Whew, that was weird. Anyhow, love y'all. Later. Pyong. Buttons pressed. Buttons pressed. Countdown commencing. Commencing shutdown. Engines. No, that's